Hey, what is going on? If you are one of those who does not like to cook or possibly will order food or drop in somewhere to grab some food because you didn't plan ahead, this segment is for you. You are in the kitchen with Crystal, where today we are going to prep three different meals using chicken as the main source. Guess what? We're not even cooking right now. We're going to make these in our freezer bags, throw them in the freezer, and then when you're ready to cook them, you can. So before we get started, of course, let's drink a little water. And if you hear say hey, if you catch us on replay, do me a favor and type replay in the chat. So before we get started, three things we're going to do. A couple things we're going to do. I want you to grab 3-gallon size freezer bags and a Sharpie. And let's write out what we're going to make, how to make it, and then we'll just start filling the bag. Super easy to have 3 meals. And guess what? We're not defrosting anything. We don't have to cook anything. We're going to do a little bit of chopping. And I'm just going to chop just because I need to, but you may find something that don't need to be chopped. All right. So the first one that we're going to make, we're going to make lemon garlic. So write lemon garlic on your bag. Date it so you'll know when you made it. Because the goal for me, I like to have a whole bunch of these stacked up, and it's good to have the date on there so you'll know exactly how old it is. If there's something that you need to cook sooner than later. So today is my date, and then this one's for our lemon garlic. The way that we're going to prep this when you're ready to eat it, the best way to do it is to defrost it overnight, right, in the refrigerator. And then we're going to write on here that when we're ready, we are going to bake this at 375 degrees for about 25 to 30 minutes. All right. So you see, just real easy writing that on the bag. I don't know how well you can see that. Can you see? Can you see? There we go. Wrote the date, wrote what it was, and we're going to do the same for the other one. Now, what else are we making? We're going to make us a Mediterranean chicken. Now, if you don't know how to spell it, look in the description because it's there for you. And that is one of those where I'm like, is it 2 T's, 2 R's, an EA? Like, how do you spell it? But we're going to make us a Mediterranean. And I hope I spell it right. It don't matter if I do or not. I know what it means. Gonna put that on there. And with this one, you can either bake it at 375 for about 25-30 minutes at the same time, or you can throw this in a slow cooker, right? For me, I'll more than likely throw it in the slow cooker because if you're one of those where you feel like you're busy, you don't like to cook anyway, defrosting it the day before, putting it in the slow cooker the day of, and just setting it and forgetting it, as they say, walk away, come home from work, whatever, your food is ready, that works for me. So I'm gonna go ahead and still put on here, bake 375, 25 to 30, or slow cook. And then when you slow cook, you want to either put it on low for 6 to 8 hours or high for 3 to 4. Okay. And then our last one, we are going to make a creamy Tuscan. We're getting fancy, y'all. Creamy Tuscan. And the reason why I wanted to give you all something different is because too often people get stuck eating the same things over and over and over again. And that's where people fall off. You get tired of eating the same things. So you're just like, I'll go ahead. And then you revert back to the things that are familiar to you too, which would be fast food and all that good stuff. But this one, it plays it off. But all of these, you're getting different flavor palettes, teasing your palate, but also staying on track. Right? Trying new things and staying on track. All right. So this one, for this creamy Tuscan, we only want to put this one in a slow cook. So write slow cook on there. Again, high for 3 to 4 hours or low 4 to 6. All right. So we did that part. Now we got it ready. Now all we have to do is fill our bags. It's almost like going trick or treat. Right? Trick or treat. We'll put that to the side. We'll grab a little water. And we are going to start with our lemon garlic. So for all of these, we are going to use about 3 to 4 chicken breasts, depending on how many people you want to cook for. But even if you're not cooking for a household, I still recommend starting all of them, making about 3 to 4 breasts for each, just because even if it's just you, you're making extra. That's one of the best ways to meal prep. As a matter of fact, let's go ahead and put the chicken in each of the bags so we only have to touch this chicken one time. How about that? How about that? That sound good to you? Sound good to me. All right. But that's one of the best ways to meal prep is to just make more. Meal prep is just being prepared for the next meal, right? And that's why I do this whole in the kitchen with Crystal segment, because too often we think that meal prep has to be something extravagant, and it really, really doesn't. All right. So I said 3 to 4 chicken breasts, depends on the size that you have. Whole Foods have like 1.5 pounds, 2 pounds, so somewhere around there. So I'm gonna go ahead and these are looking average, right? So I'll go ahead and do 4 in that one. Put you to the side, homeboy. Grab me another bag. So making it easy. This is slow cooking, y'all. And I asked was a slow cook because there's 2 little baby pieces in here. Figured it'd be best to slow cook because then they're gonna shrivel down anyway. So that's about 2.5. I would say that ain't no real breast. And okay, I thought I grabbed some thighs. Thighs wouldn't be bad either. All right, I got my base on that one. Honestly, let's see. When I do stuff in a slow cooker, I don't even feel the need to use a whole bunch of chicken because it is, it shreds. So it's very different from when you see the breast and you're eating a whole breast. You feel like you need a big old chunk, right? But when it's cooked down into the slow cooker, it's just like, oh, it's just the meat. So throw this up in here. See if that's enough for the peoples. Add some little another baby piece in there. All right, right off. Take this to the side. Now we did all that we had to do with the chicken. We go ahead and wash these hands so that we can get to filling these bags. If you just came in, hey, I'm Crystal Taylor, the owner and CEO of Fitness is Not a Game, and you're in the kitchen with Crystal as we are prepping 3 different freezer meals that all have chicken as their base. We're not cooking anything. We're just using frozen chicken, and we're going to add all of our seasonings and ingredients inside of the freezer bag. We've already labeled the bags. We're doing a Mediterranean chicken, a lemon garlic chicken, and a creamy Tuscan chicken. There is something that we didn't write on one, but we'll get to that when we get ready to make it. And I said we want to start with the lemon garlic, but the Mediterranean sitting here and said, don't do me, add me first. So let's get to it. And this is the one that we're either going to bake or slow cook. So for this one, we're going to use a little olives. Are we using olive oil in this one? Yeah, we're going to use some olive oil. We're going to use some olives. I have reduced sodium pimento olives, but Kalamata are really, really good with this. We're also going to use some sun-dried tomatoes. These are the only things we're going to dice up. You might be able to find you some that are already diced. If you can, that's awesome. We're also going to use some lemon juice. Since we're trying to make things easier and quick, I just went ahead and bought some already like some lemon juice, 100% lemon juice. Or if you want to be real fancy, go ahead and get you some lemons and squeeze some things up. But we're trying to make things quick and easy, all right? We're also going to use some garlic. You see, I also, with these 3 ingredients, I wanted to use similar ingredients, but play around in different ways so you don't have to go out and buy a lot of different things, all right? And then we're going to add some seasonings. So I got my seasonings over here. I probably, did I put on my oregano? I didn't. Let me see. Let me see what my oregano is. I got some Mexican oregano. Why not? Why not? Because I don't see my regular oregano. That's all right. That's all right. We're going to play around with this one. All right. So over here, I have all types of things. I got my parsley. I got some thyme. I got thyme. Whatever seasons you want. All right. So with that, let's go ahead. You know what? Let me chop up these sun-dried tomatoes real quick because we're actually going to use them in 2 different recipes. go ahead and get that done so that it's easy to go. So if you're here, even if you're catching this on replay, type in the chat which of these you're the most excited about. So again, we're doing Mediterranean, lemon garlic, and creamy Tuscan. And the Mediterranean diet is by far one of the healthiest diets. Even these sun-dried tomatoes, they are in extra virgin olive oil. That is one of the things that really helps them to be healthier. When I say them, I'm talking about the Mediterranean people, because they do a lot with olive oil. Well, olives, that is such a good, healthy fat. So I'm just dicing and chopping these up a little bit. Oh, they smell so doggone good. OMG. So that's why I definitely want to give option for something Mediterranean to help that heart. Oh, it smells so good. Man, I can't remember exactly what it was, but you can probably look it up on the page. But a few months ago, I have these because a few months ago, I believe I made a salad that used these doggone sun-dried tomatoes. And when I tell you, I made that salad almost every day for a week because they were so good. I had never ever bought them before until it became time to make that in a recipe. It was so doggone good. Now, if you like sun-dried tomatoes, let me know in the chat because I've gotten them a lot, like other stuff out in public. They're like, oh, we got sun-dried tomatoes on the salad or on the sandwich. I'm like, sure. But it's something about these suckers right here. All right. Look, it's so doggone fragrant. And that's the thing about when you're cooking and when you're eating. You want to play around with all your senses. You want it to look good. You want it to smell good. Of course, you want it to taste good, right? You want it to feel good, right? I don't know. Sometimes you might want to hear it. I don't know. Some people, they got pages for that. People want to hear other people eat. I ain't one of those. But the fact that this smells so good, right? It's just like when you got the bright colors, it just appeals the palate. All right. So with these sun-dried tomatoes, we're going to use I would say typically for this amount, we would use about half a cup, but I'm using what I got and I'm going to split half and half. How about that? So I'm putting this half in here and I'm going to save these for the other one. All right, but I'm coming back to you, homie. All right, so we got those. Let me grab these olives we're going to use. You know what? Yeah, I don't know if I want to try this out. I might want to chop them up a little bit. Why not? Why not? Because I'm one of those that I like all the flavors and all the things I eat. So we're going to use about half a cup of these. I'm just going to grab some. And then I'm just going to slice mine in half just because. So that way we won't have to. That's a shame. I ain't doing it. I'm doing me. Doing mama. Ooh. I like an olive. Let me know if you like olives. I know some people like, I'm not a fan of olives. Like, what? Who hurt you? Olives are amazing. Now, of course, if you have high blood pressure and you're watching it, you might want to get the ones I got. Those are reduced sodium olives because they can be pretty high in sodium. All right, so we got our olives. Drop a little bit on the floor. That's all right. That's okay. Right. Cool. What's next? Up next, we are going to add our lemon juice. And with this lemon juice already over here. We're just going to do about 3 to 4 tablespoons. And I like to measure straight over so if some spills right into the bag. Hey, I am cash flow. You better tell them. All right. There's 3 of those. And then we're also going to use 2 tablespoons of garlic. I'm set him right there. Look, and if you don't know nothing about me, know how much I love some garlic. Now you can use regular garlic cloves. Ooh. But since we're trying to make this quick and easy, I like to use the minced garlic. It's already done for me. Hey, Miss Carla. Miss Carla says, I love most olives, not Greek olives so much. Really? I love a good olive. Especially with a dirty martini with some blue cheese filling. But I digress. Stay focused. How much we say? We said we're using 2 tablespoons of our garlic. Oh, this smells so good. And this will just keep that spoon in there because we're going to use that a few more times. And then now, then we're going to have us 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Ain't no abundance in gossip, y'all. Y'all like, what are you talking about? I'm listening to my girl Tony Jones as I prepare these delicious meals for y'all. And then now is the fun part. Now you get to play around with it. What seasonings do you want? This say Mexican oregano, but to me, I smell. I like that. I like that. It's just oregano period. It's a little different. Now you can decide how much you're gonna use. My ancestors tell me how much I'm gonna use. Okay, so I'm gonna throw a little bit of that. Thought I had some doggone basil, but I don't. I use parsley. I just like stuff that just look green. I'm like, add a little some of that. Then I love a good table blend just because it got a little pepper base. What else I might want? Why not might add a little onion. There's onion and herb. Why not? Right? Not a lot. Then we're gonna go ahead and close this up. And then, hey Leslie. All right, olives are one of your favorites. Yeah. Oh yeah, the black green olives on the veggie pizza. Look, I love putting olives on pizza. All right, so now I'm just gonna close this up. And just gonna mix it up a little bit. And sometimes what I'll do is I'll put all of the seasonings and ingredients in the bag first and then add the meat because it makes it easy to mush it around. But since I guess I could have put all the chicken in last. Could have. But oh well. Ta-da. One is done. Put that to the side. Set it to the side as we get ready for our lemon. Well, what's next? Creamy Tuscan. Ooh. Now, creamy Tuscan. This is the one where I said we forgot to add something. Get your marker. Because what I want you to write on here is that this is the one we just put in a slow cooker. There are 2 things you're going to add 30 minutes at the end of the last 30 minutes. There we go. The last 30 minutes of the cook time. You're going to add a 1/2 cup of Greek yogurt, right? So I'm going to put last 30, putting this at the top. This is what I was writing beforehand. 1/2 cup yogurt. And for me, I just put yogurt because that's the only yogurt I use. And then we're also going to do 1/4 of a cup of grated Parmesan. Yeah. And I have like I get the store-bought one, a Parmesan, I think, Romano blend. But we put that in the end when everything else is cooking because it needs to cook longer than those cheeses do. All right, so for our creamy garlic, we already have our chicken in here. This is when we're going to add the rest of these sun-dried tomatoes. Don't get up in there. Get on up in there. Thank you very much. Thank you kindly. I'm thirsty. You thirsty? Drink some water, please. If you're thirsty, you should be thirsty. All right. We're going to also add some more garlic, of course. Going to do 2 tablespoons. Of course, we are going to add some seasonings. Again, I'm going to play around with it. Definitely want to use an Italian because it's creamy Tuscan. So we're going to add us some Italian. And I'm going to add some oregano. Come on. Don't play with me. Look, be generous with your season. Nobody got time for no bland food, but real talk, this garlic and sun-dried tomatoes alone, you are winning. All right, I'm gonna add a little original blend. Oh, that smells good. Some more vine and herb. Let's see. Little table. Did I say table blend already? Nope, but we're gonna add it. A little table blend. But then what else we gonna do, y'all? We're gonna get fancy. We're gonna get it up. OMG, this feels so good. All right, two things we're gonna do. Two things we're gonna add. We are gonna get this here measuring cup because we are going to add a broth. Remember, this is one that you are cooking in the slow cooker, right? And you're using a broth. It's gonna cook up the chicken, but it's also going to add that base with that creaminess when you add that Greek yogurt and when you add that Parmesan. So we. What is going on? Oh, I'm like, look, don't do me like I don't know how to. Oh, they done changed the doggone. What the what? Look, how they changed. Goodness, child. You gonna get us a cup of broth? Get me up here looking off. This is not even. This doesn't make sense. You can't barely get your fingers around. And I got a little finger. And I think they didn't even cut the way it was supposed to. Whose idea was to change that? Jeez. Anywho, we're gonna add a cup of broth. That was a whole bunch of work. This smells so darn good. Man, if it smells this good cold, imagine how good it's gonna smell when you cook it and it starts permeating through your house. You like that big word? I can't even put this thing back on. Permeating through your house. Then the flavors when you eat it, child. But then what else we gonna add is some spinach. Look, get the greens up in there. Add about 2 cups, somewhere around there. Now I know it's gonna wilt down any doggone way. It's gonna look like a little spit. Woo, child. I like some spinach. All right. Look at that. 2 of them. Done. Done, son. And remember, we put on there in the last 30 minutes, we're going to add us some Greek yogurt and we're going to add us some Parmesan cheese. Done. All right. We got 2 of them done. And how quickly? 20-something minutes just because I'm chit-chatting. Running my mouth. All right. Now, last one. The one I claim we're going to do first is our lemon garlic. All right. Got our chicken. Of course, we're going to need. There you go. Lemon juice. Of course, we're going to need some garlic. We're also going to use some olive oil and then some seasonings, right? Whatever seasonings you like. I'm going to use some oregano. I'm going to use some thyme. I'm going to use whatever else I got over here. All right. So how much lemon juice are we using? We're going to use about 1/4 of a cup. Let me get down here so I can make sure I'm eye level. No, let's let these knees stay where they want to be today. All right, and that blends up disgustingly. But luckily we're using the same thing. 1/4 cup of lemon juice. I realized when I poured it in there that I already had something in there, but oh well. We're gonna do 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Hey. I'm unapologetic with my priorities, y'all. Y'all better listen to the prophetess. All right. For our garlic, we're going to use about 3 tablespoons. Get that good. They are bossy. There we go. We're done with that. And now, that's the base. The lemon, the garlic, our olive oil. Now we get to play around with our seasoning. Like I said, I'm going to throw some thyme. Mm-hmm. It's funny. I love garlic so much. I actually got my garlic and herb over there, but I don't think I need more of that. Oh, excuse me. Got time. It's like it's crazy. I'm like, we at the end, so I may as well use it, but I might use it for something else. Let's see. Add us some more onion and herb. It is, and by the way, I've been running out of this. I've been trying to find some more of this. I don't know how long. And I'm just gonna play around with add all my seasoning, whatever season you like. I see. I got my parsley. I got it all. Because I like some good seasoning. I thought about, you know what I thought about with one of these inside of the first cookbook that I have, the In the Kitchen with Crystal cookbook. I have a couple pages of seasoning blends. Oh, I'm just gonna add all this stuff. Why not? And one of them was a ranch. Whoop. Was a ranch seasoning. So I think I might, depending on how it smells that day and how I'm feeling, I might add a little bit of that. All right, this is some oregano. We done. We done, son. Done, done, done. So now I'm gonna close that up. And I'm pressing the air out of all of these because it helps them to last longer in the freezer. You don't want all the extra air in there because it'll make it go bad or make the freezer burn. Sorry, get the freezer burn quickly. So I'm gonna size that around. But the cool thing about it, even though I'm gonna size it around, I'm about to just throw this right back in the freezer, right? Throw them in the freezer. And when you defrost them in the refrigerator overnight, they're already gonna like naturally marinate. All right. So what did we make? In less than 30 minutes, we prep 3 different meals. 3, all right, that you can either bake or you could throw in the slow cooker. We have our Mediterranean chicken, where we use some sun-dried tomatoes, some olives, olive oil, garlic. I think we may have used some lemon juice in that one too. I can't remember, but you can season how you want to. But those are the basics. Then we made lemon, garlic, olive oil, seasons, whatever you want. And then we have a creamy Tuscan that's going to go either, this one goes in a slow cooker. And we had some sun-dried tomatoes, some garlic, some broth, some spinach. And then at the end, we're going to add some yogurt and some cheese, some grated Parmesan. So 3 different meals that we made in less than 30 minutes. So I hope you enjoyed this segment. I love giving you all tips. Oh, and what you can do, I'll say this. What I usually do is I just lay these flat in the freezer because then you can stack them up more. But we do have a little broth in this one, but it should be okay. But laying them flat saves you some space in your freezer so that when you're ready, all you got to do is pull them out, put them in the fridge. The day before you want to cook them and either bake them or slow cook them on the day that you're ready to eat them. So I am Crystal Taylor. You have been in the kitchen with Crystal, where I showed you how to prep 3 different chicken freezer meals, and I hope you enjoy. When you make them, please be sure to tag me. Let me know what changes you made and also what you think about them. So, all right, y'all, have a good time. Be safe if you're out there in the streets because I want you to be healthy. I want you happy. I want you here, and I'll see you next time. All right, y'all. Bye.